Good morning. My name is Harry Coughlin. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Nassau County Local Economic Assistance Corporation, and I've been authorized to hold a public hearing. Today is May 27, 2020, and the time is now 11 a.m. Given the ongoing COVID-19 public health crisis and related executive orders issued by Governor Andrew Cuomo, this public hearing is being conducted using a toll-free telephone conference and video conference. Participants have accessed this public hearing through a Zoom invitation on the Nassau County Local Economic Assistance Corporation's website at NCLEAC.com or by watching our live stream on our YouTube channel, which can be found at NassauIDALive.org. If you are participating via Zoom, we encourage all interested parties to select the raised hand button on your screen if you wish to make a comment. If you are viewing this hearing on a computer, the raise hand button is on the bottom of your screen in the middle. If you are viewing the hearing on a tablet, the raise hand button is at the top right corner of your screen. Once you hit the raised hand button, you will have the opportunity to speak when your name is announced. Please note that this hearing is being both live streamed and recorded. You can also view this hearing by going to our website at NassauLeak.com, go to the top of the screen, select Watch Meetings, and you can watch the live stream. Please also note that we do have a stenographer attending this hearing. In addition to being recorded, the stenographer will be transcribing the hearing so we can add all public records to the files. Interested parties may also submit written comments to the corporation, which will be included within the public hearing record. Public comments will be shared with the corporation at its meeting on May 28th at 6:30 p.m. Any written comments may be sent to the Nassau County Local Economic Assistance Corporation, located at 1 West Street, 4th floor, Mineola, New York, 11501 to my attention, Harry Coughlin, Chief Executive Officer, or via email at info@nassauida.org. This is a public hearing to receive public comment with respect to a project of the issuer for Province of Meribah Society of Mary, Inc., a not-for-profit corporation organized and existing under the laws of the state of New York, who submitted an application to the issuer requesting that the issuer issue in one or more series or subseries its tax-exempt and/or taxable revenue bonds in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $10,200,000 for the purpose of paying the cost associated with a certain project consisting of A, the renovation and expansion of a school campus commonly known as Kellenberg Memorial High School, a program of the institution located at 1400 Glen Curtis Boulevard, Uniondale, Town of Hempstead, Nassau County, New York. Section 50, Block 340, Lot 495A, 495B, 463E, 463F, and 504, including the addition of space for athletic and student activities usages, as well as modernization and renovation of existing science labs to improve STEM programs, as well as other facility upgrades and improvements. B, the acquisition of and installation in and around the improvements of certain items of machinery, fixtures, equipment, and other items of tangible personal property. And C, funding of a debt service reserve fund, if any, and paying capitalized interest, if any, and certain other costs incidental to the issuance of the bonds. The issuer is contemplating providing financial assistance to the institution with respect to the project in the form of 1, the issuance of the bonds in an amount not to exceed $10,200,000, including any necessary funds, capitalized interest, and costs associated with issuing the bonds, and 2, an exemption from all mortgage recording taxes with respect to any qualifying mortgage on the facility to secure the bonds. The institution will be the owner and operator of the facility to be financed or refinanced with the proceeds of the bonds. If the issuance of such bonds is approved by the issuer, 1, to the extent the bonds are issued as tax-exempt obligations, it is intended that they will be issued as qualified 501c3 bonds within the meaning of Section 145 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended, the interest on which will be excluded from gross income for federal income tax purposes, pursuant to Section 103A of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended. 2, the proceeds of the bonds will be loaned by the issuer to the institution pursuant to a loan or other agreement requiring that the institution or its designee make payments equal to debt service on the bonds and make certain other payments. And 3, the bonds will be special limited obligations of the issuer payable solely from certain of the proceeds of the agreement and certain other assets of the issuer pledged to the repayment of the bonds. The bonds shall not be a debt of the state of New York or Nassau County, New York, and neither the state of New York nor Nassau County, New York shall be liable thereon. The issuer is holding this public hearing on the proposed issuance of the bonds as required by Section 147F of the Code. Notice of this public hearing was published in Newsday, Nassau edition on May 18, 2020, and notice is posted on the issuer's website. The purpose of this hearing is to provide an opportunity for all interested parties to present their views, both orally and in writing, with respect to the project and/or the granting of the financial assistance. It is requested that remarks be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Please state your full name with spelling and address for the record. I would first like to ask if anyone would like to make a present on behalf of the applicant. We have with us today Mr. Greg Lacalzi. Mr. Lacalzi, would you or any other member of the applicant like to make a statement?
This is Greg, and we just thank Nassau County Local Economic Assistance for their support on this project, and we look forward to work with the school on getting these improvements built and to help the residents of Nassau County get a better education.
Thank you, Mr. Lacalzi. I would like to now ask Corporation Chairman Kessel if you would like to make any remarks.
Yes, first of all, hey, Greg, just a quick question. And you may have said this at your preliminary. When do you foresee some of this work, the construction work, starting?
There's multiple projects. I think some of it's starting right away. Some of it's starting, obviously, depending on what's going on with the current environment. But the school hopes to get things accomplished, obviously, this summer if possible, and then into next school year.
Okay, and it's just an important point because that means construction jobs that are sorely needed on Long Island and in Nassau County. So that's a very good point, and I hope that whoever your general contractor is will work with the local trades and contact Matt Arasich of the building trades to see that they're involved as well. I appreciate it if you guys would reach out to them. I also want to just state for the record, I'm very supportive of this project. I'm a big fan of Kellenberg. I used to have a TV show over at Telecare with Father Tom. May he rest in peace. He was a great guy. I did reach out to both Supervisor Clavin and Legislator Caban Abrams, because Kellenberg is obviously in the town of Hempstead and in Caban's district. Let them know about the hearing, and so we made sure to reach out to that. Just when we do reach out on leak matters, it's a little different because it's technically not a project as opposed to a financing. So the impact is very different than, for instance, if this were a new building or addition to a building. Having said that, I want to continue our policy, even when it comes to financings or refinancings, to let the legislators in those districts know about it. So I did inform both Don and Caban about this as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Once again, during this video conference, for all persons wishing to make a comment, I encourage you to click the raised hand button on your screen to be heard. Please note that this is a moderated call, and at times you may hear me speaking directly to our moderator, Catherine. Catherine, at this point, is there anyone else wishing to be heard with respect to the project?
There are no hands raised, Harry.
Thank you, Catherine. Therefore, on behalf of the issuer, I would like to thank everyone for attending this public hearing and for their comments with respect to the project and the financial assistance. It is now 11:09 a.m. I now call this hearing to a close. Everybody stay safe and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a